Google has some tools built into its search engine that'll help users find more specifically what they're looking for. So let's start with an example here. Let's say I am trying to find out how to use a cursor highlighter. So I'm going to type that into the Omnibox. You'll notice that it bounced up into that URL bar at the top. And click enter, and here are my Google search results. And you can see that at the very top of my results, there is a video, and I can scroll down and see some other results to my search. I notice something about this video, which is I see those flying windows in the picture, and I think, that might be kind of old. And if I look down here where this video is actually sitting, I can see the date. It's June 27th, 2013. And I would really like to see some information that's a little fresher than that. So these things end up on your search result page based on the number of people that have clicked on it previously. But I'd like something a little more recent. So I'm going to use this button right here that says Tools, and you'll notice two new drop-down menus opened up, and one says Time. So let's click on that, and I'd like any information from, let's say, the past year instead of all the way back to 2013. And you'll see now my results are completely different. I have much fresher information popping to the top of my list. And the other thing that I notice is I see an awful lot of videos. Now, something else that you should understand about Google is that it keeps track of all of your searches. And I'm a person who frequently goes to YouTube to watch how-to videos. And so it puts those at the top for me. If I'm interested in finding more out about this question, but I don't want Google to consider anything I've ever looked for in the past, I'm going to click down this tab right here. And instead of choosing all results, I'm going to choose the word verbatim. And that is going to make the search engine discount or not think about the things that I have personally searched for in the past. And so when we change that, you will see that the results are quite different, and I don't have all those videos at the top. There is one video there, but really, really different looking results to my search. The other couple other things you want to keep in mind is when you are ready to do a new search or search for something else, you want to clear your results right there so that you don't have those filters going on anymore. You'll also notice that I could have searched for just videos, just images, news on my topic. All right. And then I even have some choices under more there. The Google search engine also has some tools that will help you search for images. Now you'll notice that that is one of your options up here next to your icon. And so let's go ahead and go directly to Google Image Search. You see that it looks just a little bit different than the traditional Omnibox. And let's search for some pictures of Stonehenge. Okay, and so we have lots of results there coming up. A couple things I want to point out. It does give you some suggestions of words that you can add to your search that will change the results, like adding the word calendar will completely change the results that I have. I can clear that word by clicking that X right there and getting rid of it. The other thing that you need to know about these results is they're not filtered for usage rights, which means you don't really know anything about the copyright on these photos that are sitting there. For most of the things that you do for school, for presentations that you're going to turn into your teacher or show just to your class, you don't really need to worry about copyright on photos. But if you have any intentions of publishing your work, your movie, your presentation, your slideshow anywhere else other than at school, then you should know something about the copyright usage of those photographs. And so if you're thinking about using them outside of school, you're going to want to know where this button is right here. So you go to that Tools button and you click down the shark's tooth that shows usage rights. Now you can see that it's currently not filtered by license. So labeled for reuse with modification means not only can I use it in my presentation, but I am allowed to change it. So let's choose that. And you'll see that I do have quite different images coming up here. And the other thing that you'll notice is some of them have already been modified. That's because these photos are part of Creative Commons, which means that the people that put them on the internet put them there for anyone to use that wants them. So you are allowed to take those photos and change them and republish them. Some other options that you might like to know about here, you can find options about file size, and that might be important to where you're going to publish it. You can choose objects by color. Choosing a transparent background will make sure that you can copy and paste it over something else. You can see how all the backgrounds disappeared when I chose that option. And you can also choose file type. Clip art will give you those ones that look like they are hand-drawn or cartoon-like. And then finally, you can also search by time, so when that particular photo was put on the internet. And those are your choices for searching for Google Images.